which means that your bone marrow has stopped growing and your body is no longer able to replenish your blood cells. Often the cause of aplastic anemia is unknown.
Can it be cured?
Functionally, yes, if we can find you a match for a bone marrow transplant.
What if I can't?
Siblings are generally the best option.
No, I'm adopted. I don't know who my parents are or if I even have any siblings.
I'll start checking the cord and the blood donor registries. You don't necessarily need a relative, it's just typically a quicker solution.
What if I can't find a match? How long?
I highly recommend a transplant within a year of diagnosis.
You didn't answer my question.
2 years at least, maybe 5 to 10.
2 years.
And you still have time, Miss Hamilton.
Thanks for coming, Erin. I am in no position to drive right now.
What happened? What did the doctor say?
I'm so screwed.
Calm down, I'm going.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
What did the agency say?
They gave me an address for my mom. She's in West Virginia in Shepherdstown. Isn't that where you're from?
Yeah, I lived there until I was about 8 or 9, and then my mom met Richard, and a year later they got married and we moved here to Baltimore.
How far is it from here?
About 2 hours.
I guess I'll head over there tomorrow then.
Do you want me to come?
No, I'll be okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
And you are?
Your daughter, possibly?
Why don't you sit down? Was it a long drive? You look tired.
Just a couple hours from Baltimore.
So you ended up with a family in Baltimore. Were you happy there?
Yeah.
So tell me, Lucy, what brings you back here after all these years?
Looking for some answers.
I'm not proud of it. I was on a lot of drugs then. I barely remember that time in my life. I was blacking out all the time. I couldn't possibly be a good mother to you.
That's not what I meant. You don't owe me any explanations. I'm sick, and I'm here to ask you if you'd be willing to get tested to see if you're a match for a bone marrow transplant.
I'm HIV positive. I got it from sharing needles. I was careless. I'm sorry.
Can you help me find my father?
I don't know who your father is. It could be any one of these guys. We were all around the same age, and they lived in this area. Some of them were students at the college in town. There's nothing else. Please go.
Come in, it's open.
What if I was a vampire? You just invited me in.
If you were a vampire, you would take one sip and realize my blood isn't worth drinking.
How's it going?
I'm down to the last name on the list.
And I guess by process of elimination, your father is Nathan Carney.
Except I can't find him. There's no record of any Nathan Carneys in the area at the time, and all the Nathan Carneys I am finding are way too young.
Did she rip this out of a notebook?
Yeah, why?
What if it's supposed to say Jonathan Carney? When were you born, Lucy?
January 18th, 1987.
Almost a year before me.
Crap. Jonathan Carney is...
Dead.
Yeah? How did you know?
Jonathan Carney was my father.
What happened to him?
He and my mom met when they were students at Shepherd. He started selling after he couldn't find a job after graduation, but my mom thinks that he was using for a while before he started selling.
Mary did say some of the names on the list were students at the college in town, and she probably used with him.
He ended up overdosing a few years later.
This is crazy.
There's only one way to find out.
Full siblings only have a 1 in 4 chance of being an identical match.
But then we have a 1 in 4 chance of being a half identical match.
I can't believe we've been friends all these years and never knew.
Maybe you got sick because the universe wanted us to find out.
Yeah, maybe.
Good news, Miss Hamilton. You and Miss Chase are a 5 out of 6 match. So, with your consent, I'd like to start scheduling transplant procedures.
Of course, I'll do whatever you need me to do.
All right.
I don't know how I could ever thank you enough.
Are you kidding me? I still owe you for bailing me out of jail over spring break.
What happens in Cancun stays in Cancun.